everyone, I'm Art Ekman. What promises to be one of the most competitive seasons in recent years is about ready to get underway behind us. It is no secret that Jeremy McGrath has been dominant for the last 8 years. In fact, he's met challenge after challenge. The only challenge he didn't complete was 1997 when Jeff Emig won the title over Jeremy by only 6 points. But Jeremy has really surfaced and stayed on the top of the surface. And I think most people agree that this year he'll see more waves of challenges coming at him than ever before. And I think my broadcast partner David Bailey agrees with me.
Absolutely. And you know, each year we think of a couple of guys who can probably challenge Jeremy down the stretch, but every year about the midway point he's got a 25-point lead. He can stay home for a week and still maintain the points lead. This year's different. There's a handful of guys who have a legitimate chance of wrestling this championship away from McGrath. I've never been this excited for the opening round. This will be the most exciting year in Supercross ever. David Villeman really put the heat on McGrath early last season, beating him twice in the first 4 rounds. Yeah. Villeman knows better than most that Jeremy can be beat. Now he's got to keep the heat on for the entire season.
I want to keep in my mind that I don't want to crash. I don't want to be like over the limit, you know. I just want to stay safe, and because the series is very long, you cannot win the race, the championship here, but you can lose it.
Perhaps the hottest rider right now is Ricky Carmichael. He won the 250 Outdoor National Championship and the U.S. Open, taking home $100 grand. Carmichael challenged McGrath at times last year, but the conditioning wasn't there. Now Carmichael's in the best shape of his life, and Jeremy's hands will be full.
As you guys know, I got a trainer last year, and we worked our butt off in the off-season, you know, preparing physically and mentally. And, you know, with just those 2 strategies helps a lot. And my bike is a lot better this year, which helps out.
Last year, much of the Challenger hype centered around Ezra Lusk. That excitement and anticipation quickly ended with a practice crash here at the opening round. After sitting out for a year, Lusk has had plenty of time to think about what it takes to win his first Supercross title.
Now, in the last couple of years, it's been me and Jeremy, and then RC came in the picture, David Villeman, and now Pastrana. You know, it's just so much hoopla about who's going to win the next race or win the next championship, and you know, that's really not on my mind right now. I want to go out, I want to have fun, I want to do what I used to do when I was a kid, and I want to live this ride right now and have fun doing it.
Mike LaRocco went to Europe this fall and came home with the World Supercross Championship. If he can work on the first 5 laps of the race, LaRocco will be a factor as he was last year.
I want to win races first of all, and then work on the series. So, I mean, I'm not looking at this any differently because I'm older, or you know, maybe I'm looking at it with more experience. But same philosophy. I know you need to win races. I know you need to be consistent, and I know you need to start right away. So, you know, it's kind of the same deal. It's another year.
Kevin Windham has switched bikes, leaving Honda at the end of the year to ride for Suzuki. He looks confident on his new ride. He seems to be having a lot more fun with Travis Pastrana by his side.
And the bike's just been working great for me. I can put it wherever I want to when I'm on the track, and it's definitely got the powers that I need. And you know, all my expectations have been met and exceeded. So now it's my turn to fulfill all the ones that Suzuki has for me.
Despite their confidence, the most confident rider in the pits remains the hunted, Jeremy McGrath. Davey Coons visited with him earlier today.
That's right, David. And Jeremy, it seems like every year we make the trek over to your truck to ask you who's going to be your primary competition for the title. So what's the 2001 version?
Well, I think it's shaping up to have some of the greatest racing that we've seen in past years, but I would say that my strongest competitor is probably going to be David Villeman from Team Yamaha. And, of course, Ezra, you never know. He's fast at times, and everyone says Ricky's riding really well. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just going to try and do my own thing, just like I have in the past, and try and win a lot of races and not worry about the rest of the competition.
Speaking of your own thing, during the off-season, you took on the added responsibility of putting together your own race team. Has that been a distraction as you prepare for your 8th Supercross championship?
Fortunately, I have Larry Brooks, who's been my team manager for the past 3 years at Chaparral, and you know, him along with my parents and a few other people have really taken the weight off my shoulders. You know, I'm still able to focus and get ready to race. I've had 2 strong months with Gary Semix out here now, and you know, I haven't had it hasn't changed much at all.
Well,
Jeremy, it's a new team, it's a new look, but it's the same as it ever was here at Anaheim.
Well, yeah, I'm proud to say that we have some great sponsors. You know, Mazda, Yamaha, 1-800-COLLECT, Hot Wheels, No Fear. Everyone that's joined the team this year, you know, with McGrath Racing being a new team, it seems like lots have changed from the outside, but I still got the great crew. You know, I had Big B's same driver. I got Larry, who's taking the weight off my shoulders and handling everything from the team, and then I guess Skip's 1 for 1 now, huh?
Coming into tonight, there's a lot of talk about the Kevin Windhams, David Billmans, Ricky Carmichaels. Is this your answer?
Does that look like a good answer to you?
Thanks, Art. Well, Jeremy, go out there and look just the way you ended the race last week in Anaheim, totally flying.
Well, Davey, it's nice to get out there. It's a little cool tonight, and I got a little warmed up towards the end, so that was better. Had a good heat race. Mazda Yamaha was putting me right up front, and need to work on my start a little bit, but I'm feeling good.
I don't know if you got to watch the heat race in front of you with Ricky Carmichael, but he got your line down that straightaway. He's going to triple, 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 and you know what? His lap times are maybe a little faster than yours. I got to be the one to give you the news.
Yeah, I was checking the watch already, and those guys said his heat race was faster, and I don't know. I often wonder who's running the watch, you know. But RT was looking good, and I think I'm up for a dogfight to the finish if he's ready.
We can't wait to watch, Jeremy.
All right, thanks a lot.
Your first win at night on a 250 and your first share ever of the points lead. You're tied with McGrath.
Feels great, Davey. I tell you, Chevy trucks, Kawasaki, can't say enough. I've been working, and it's like, man, am I ever going to win one? And I finally did it, and that's the way I wanted to do it. Me and Jeremy was battling it out, and I dug deep past that halfway mark, and was doing this timing section over here, and I think that's what helped me out a lot, man. I tell you, it was great.
You were riding real close to Jeremy there, back and forth. A lot of times we see riders back off from that challenge, but you went right at him, and now you finally beat him. How's that feel?
Oh, it feels good, you know, I'm glad he got up on the start with me, too. I didn't want to win my first one, you know, by getting a good start and something happened with Jeremy, but I was behind him and pressuring him, and he made a few mistakes along with myself, and I can't say enough. I'm happy. It was a fun race.
Fantastic ride, Rick.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Carmichael's conditioning program matching his skill to win San Diego. The victory throwing him into a first-place tie with Jeremy McGrath going into Anaheim for round number 3. LaRocco's second place put him into a third-place tie with Lusk in the points. Villeman rounding out the top 5. 2 125 riders making it in the top 10, Ramsey and Way. Pastrana's future a bit more defined. Let's go now back to Davey.
Thanks, you guys. I'm down here with a couple of guys who put on a heck of a race tonight, just not quite what Carmichael did. First of all, Mike LaRocco, David Bailey calls you the invisible man. You come out of nowhere in these races. Tonight, Carmichael just a little more ahead of you.
You've heard that before, huh? No, what can I say? I mean, my Amsoil Doc Martens competition accessories Honda it worked great. I mean, the track for what we had this week in rain was good, and you know, my bike worked good. Felt good out here.
What about, how do you think Carmichael's doing now? Does he have the momentum? Is it still belong to Jeremy? Or what about you? Bad starts coming up the second.
You know, my starts are better. I've been going into the corner good. I've been squirreling out the first lap. So once I get that straightened out, I'm not really concerned about, you know, getting off the gate. The Honda pulls real good. So I think I'm going to be there. Right now, I think it's pretty much a mix. I mean, everybody's riding good and everybody's there. So it's going to be a tough series.
And Jeremy, what about you? That was an unbelievable race for about 10 laps, but it seemed like, you know, I've heard it said before, you know when to ride at the pace you want to ride. You know what your limitations are. Did you reach that point and you decided to back off?
Well, Davey, the track was really bumpy and ruddy out there, and Ricky and I had a great dice there, and I think one of my mistakes is I don't think I was breathing, and I kind of got a little tight, and he was riding really relaxed because the guy was making some squirrely mistakes, and he was still pulling it off, and I think I was a little weak in the whoops tonight for some reason, and you're right. I mean, I tamed it down a little bit, and then LaRocco snuck up on me there at the end.
I'll tell you what, it must have been fun to finally race with someone. I mean, you didn't get the win, but you had someone up there with you for one.
Yeah, you know, I could hear the fans. That was awesome. I mean, and it was a great game out there. You know, we were riding square and half
passing each other back and forth without any of the dirty moves, and I love that. And, you know, congratulations to Ricky, who had a great race. And I'm going to have to come back and get him next week.